In 2012, I was diagnosed with a bore out, a complete mismatch between who I was and the job I was doing. And it kept me home for months. It was one of the darkest periods of my life. And funnily enough, nobody really saw that coming because from the outside, it looked like I was on a roll. I was performing well at work. I was praised for what I was doing. I was invited to advise the CEO on his communication strategy 3 months into my first job. I was invited to the leadership program of the company as one of the youngest employees. And then something happened during the assessment for the leadership program that really kind of set things in motions for me. So in the assessment, I was scored a 1 out of 5 on authenticity. Basically meaning that I was constantly people pleasing and trying to do what was expected of me. That I was pretending that all was well and not sharing, that I was stressed about things I was stressed about, that I didn't speak up, that I didn't tell people what my boundaries were. And that 1 out of 5 for authenticity was really a wake-up call for me, that I couldn't continue like this, that my insecure overachiever tendency, as I call it now, is really getting the best of me. And it hit me so hard that I all of a sudden allowed myself to feel how exhausting it was to live like that, to feel that it was hard to play that role and of the independent woman all the time, and to pretend to be excited about projects I was really not excited about. And so there I ended up being exhausted, having burnout-like symptoms at home. And what I did to get out of that was a lot of yoga, a lot of meditation, working with a coach, just spending time in nature. And it was really a super dark time of me, but through these things that I was doing for myself, I also saw a sliver of light that I felt like if I learn what I have to learn here about not burning out again, that is going to give me a lot. And what I learned there is that my confidence, my true confidence really comes from the inside, and that trying to live up to expectations of the outside world was actually hindering me much more than it helped me. And so slowly, I climbed out of my cave, and fast forward to now, I'm in a much more confident place. I'm much better at setting my boundaries, asking for help. I have a much better balance, work-life balance. I'm excited about the things that I'm doing. And I think I'm a nicer person in general because of going through that experience and coming out on the other end. And that also really fueled me to help other people that are moving towards this, prevent that. So that's why I also created my current coaching program, Lead Your Way, for women that also have this really high standards for themselves, that can't stop worrying about what's happening at work when they're already laying in their bed, that are always comparing themselves to others rather than think what their definition of success is for them. And if you're interested in exploring that and don't, want to go through full on bore out and get out on the other end as I did, I would love for you to see my website, ariana.com/feminine leadership, to see if the program that I created is something for you. And if you want to be one of the first 10 people to sign up for this new program and get a big discount in return for your feedback, then make sure to either sign up right away or schedule a little session with me to explore if this program is something for you through ariana.com, or email me at ariana@ariana.com. I'd love to hear your stories, any questions you may have, or any experiences with this topic.